In Thus Spoke Zarathustra, within the chapter titled The Bestowing Virtue, Friedrich Nietzsche presents a striking idea. Zarathustra, a sage and the central figure of the book, advises his followers to stop following him. He declares, "I now go alone, my disciples. You too, go now, alone. This is my will. I advise you depart from me and guard yourselves against Zarathustra. And even better, be ashamed of him. Perhaps he has deceived you." This is one of my favorite parts of the book. I find it surprising yet fascinating that the sage would tell his followers to be ashamed of him, to leave him, and to distrust him. Why would he do that? As always, I'm going to explore this idea through a dialogue. A young student had spent years searching for enlightenment. He traveled across many countries and lived among various groups of ascetics, but after years of seeking, he found his quest to be fruitless. Finally, he gave up and decided to work on a farm. The farmer he worked with was a simple man. He didn't speak much, but when he did, he enjoyed engaging in philosophical debates with the student. Initially, the student was open to debate, questioning much of what the farmer said, thinking he was like the other ascetics the student had encountered in the past. However, over time, the young student sensed an immense wisdom and serenity within the farmer. He began to agree with the farmer more and more. The student's desire for enlightenment was rekindled, and so he worked with the farmer for months, absorbing his knowledge. Eventually, the farmer noticed that the student had stopped debating with him, leading to the following conversation.
"I think it's time for you to leave me."
Leave? Why?
"Listen, when you first arrived here, we had much to teach each other. We grew together and learned from each other. Your mind was curious. But recently, you've started to accept everything I say. You've gone from being an inquirer to a believer, and I won't let you do that to yourself or to me. We're both better off if you leave."
But I came seeking the truth, and I found it in you.
"The truth? You're lost, kid."
Why would you send me away like this? How can you do that to me?
"Let me show you something. Take a look at this map. What do you see?"
I see our farm, the nearby river, and the mountains.
"No, you see an image of our farm, the nearby river, and the mountains, not the actual things. Now tell me, what can you learn from this map?"
I can learn where the farm and the river are, the height of the mountain, where the berry trees are, where we plant our carrots.
"No, you can't. Give it a few millennia. The river will dry up, the mountains will shift, and this farm might turn into a city. You can't learn anything about the farm as it is. You can only see an image of it as it was at one point in time. A man's memory is like this map. It can capture a shadow of reality, and he can share that with you, but he can never give you the reality itself. A man can give you his memories of the truth, but he can never give you the truth itself. He can tell you where the farm was, but you'd still have to verify it for yourself. If you seek the truth, as you claim, there can be no intermediaries, no middlemen. If there's a middleman, then he is the one you are following, not the truth.
But what's wrong with following you?
If you follow me, you'll live by my experiences. You'll rely on my map and never learn to create your own. What if my map is flawed? You'd be lost alongside me, and you wouldn't know how to correct me, because you never learned to navigate independently. And without the ability to correct me, we'd no longer be able to help each other. But if you learn to perceive reality for yourself, if you learn to create your own map, then we can meet as friends and individuals. We can compare our maps and help each other understand reality as it truly is. And when we both grasp reality as it is, we can journey through it together as equals.
I guess you're right. I'll start packing my things.
In a letter to his sister, Nietzsche wrote, "If you wish to strive for peace of soul and pleasure, then believe. If you wish to be a devotee of truth, then inquire." And in my view, Zarathustra tells his followers to leave him because they are still believers. He wants them to become inquirers. He doesn't want followers who blindly accept his words. He wants them to doubt, to question, to verify what he says for themselves, and see if they reach the same understanding of reality. And if they arrive at the same understanding of reality, they can journey through life together as equals. But if they simply accept his words, they become followers. Followers learn to follow someone else's map, and in doing so, they lose a direct connection to reality. And if they lose that connection, we all lose the unique value of their own perspective. We lose the benefit of independent verification and the possibility of someone correcting us. In contrast, inquirers, those who make their own maps, maintain their connection to reality. They offer true value through their unique perspective of the world. But in the end, this is just my interpretation and understanding of Nietzsche's words, not advice. Feel free to use this information as you see fit, and if you have a different perspective on Nietzsche's teachings, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. In the description below, you'll find useful information and additional resources related to this topic. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thanks for watching.